Frank Grillo done it again. NERDSoul. Late ill kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing you that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today, oh yeah, we coming with another wonderful episode of movie reviews. I love this movie. You know I love it. I know I love it. We all know we love it. So let's talk about Wheelman. And The Wheelman is a joint on Netflix, another Netflix original film. Netflix is kind of killing it. And I get an email, Netflix is like, we added a movie that we think you might like. And I look, I'm like, oh, it's The Wheelman, it's the dude driving. Oh, that's Frank Grillo, word. Then I was like, produced by Joe Carnahan, word. And now I'm like, let's see this. So I throw it on Netflix, press play, and let me tell you, I really enjoyed this. From the way it's shot, where most of it is inside of the car. So you're getting to feel what it feels like to be a passenger with Frank Grillo during this night, this crazy night. And like I was talking about on Dropping Jewels on last Friday, I love those kind of like survive the night films. And this is one of those just like that, where it's kind of like, this happens in one night, this whole night is crazy, and if we can just make it to the morning, we'll be okay. And this is what we get, man, riding shotgun with Frank Grillo on this job that goes dirty, it goes sideways, it goes up, it goes down, but it does not go right. And from the second he gets his first passengers, we kind of know something's off. You know, these guys are kind of like, the way they're talking, their attitudes in the back seat, you know, he's just a wheelman, but it seems like they're not giving him his respect. And then we find these crazy texts where he's like, you know, you're gonna be killed, and we get the weird unknown caller. And this guy, as we find later, is kind of like the new versus the old. You know, you have the old school mob and mafia, and this new guy who's coming in on their territory trying to steal their money. And between this guy who's like tracking him, he's got the technology, he knows who he's talking to and all this crazy stuff. And between Clay, we're figuring out that he's gonna have to figure out a different way to get out of this. Like, Clay is not gonna help him. Cheetah is not gonna help him. You know, Frank Grillo's character has to look, you know, pretty much to the mob to get out of this. And we find out that originally the money was supposed to be theirs, but this guy's kind of like trying to edge in on their territory. And he's caught with the jewel in between two factions that are coming to a head. And during this, we get to fill out his character, his family, and kind of the situation he's in. You know, we find out that he was in jail, he just got out, he hasn't even been out a year. His daughter and him, they don't super get along. And I'm gonna talk about the daughter in a second, but him and his wife are also ex-wife, I mean, they're divorced, this is ex-wife, but they're going through kind of some custody issues and stuff. Now, to the daughter, I gotta give her props because the actress that plays her really came strong. Like, she's not in the film a lot, but homegirl really does it for that role. Like, she was in there, she drove like a boss, she brought the tears, she brought the emotions, she actually made me believe that she was scared. And that really helped a lot, especially how they pushed her into our, you know, into our world. Because when we first meet her, she's on the phone, she's getting a little smart for a daughter. I'm gonna be honest, look, parenting 101, don't let your daughter or your son curse at you, that's one. Two, you probably shouldn't let them curse around you, that's two. And number three, they best for sure best not hang up in your face, all right? They ain't gonna be hanging up no phone I pay for up in my face. You know what? I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there. You know, everybody parents a little differently. But we find out that most of her negative push back with her father is because she's just so scared. She doesn't want to lose him again. She doesn't know what to do with these emotions, and she really wants him to be around her. You know, like, because for her and for a lot of little girls, their dad is their hero. And she doesn't want to lose her hero again. And in a situation like this, it makes her even more scared. But that's truly what I loved about this. We get to see the life of Frank Grillo's character. We get to see the life of the Wheelman. We get to see how deals don't always work out how you want to. Even with Clay, you know, Clay, we find out he's trying to sort of play both sides and he ends up dying over it. Now, of course, he kind of shot himself, but I mean, he still ended up dying over this mess, you know, and Frank Grillo is in this world where even his ex-wife says, you're not doing this to pay for us anymore. You're doing this because you like it. And maybe he is, maybe he's not. Because even at the end, when he lets his daughter see his wife or ex-wife, you can see kind of like a relaxation, a relief, a joy on his face. So you know that the love for the family is still there, but maybe it's a situation where this is a man where he doesn't know much else to do. You know, I drive. This is all I know, you know, so it's cool to see in his life and humanize him and be able to relate to him. And I think this movie goes a long way to being able to humanize the good guys and the bad guys. You know, I mean, when it comes to bad guys, you know how it is, or even if you're not, you know, in the mob, you know how it is trying to break into a new industry. And there's people there that want to keep their position, and you want to be, you want some notoriety as well. And that's what's going on with the mob and this new guy. And with, of course, Frank Grillo, he just wants to put food on the table and keep a roof over his daughter's head. And you see that with her going out to want to party, with the conversation with her boyfriend that is 17. And if you're 17 dating a 13-year-old, something's wrong with you, but we're not going there. That's not the point for this. So you see that, and he's trying to juggle family. He's trying to juggle the only skill that he really knows. He's trying to juggle their safety and his safety. And this movie really wraps up into a great package. So from the intersection street fight to the motorcycle chase to the shootout to the Molotov cocktails, I gotta give this movie straight up 5 stars. I mean, Netflix is really bringing it, man, and Wheelman is a perfect example of a film that can come, you know, in a kind of rental space, but really engage you with characters and give you the stress and the tense nature that a story like this brings. And I think it ratchets up the tension. I think it ratchets up the stress, even the point where like my foot was like pounding on the floor. I was gritting my teeth. I was watching this. I was like, is he gonna make it? You know, so I was very, very excited about this. Really loved watching it. Had a ball watching it. If you haven't seen Wheelman, you need to check it out. And if you have, holler at me, I'ma holler at you. Down in the comments, let me know what you thought about Wheelman. Let's talk about this joint, because I'm really digging it. I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna get some of my boys together. We're gonna watch this because I think it's really fun. So before I bounce, I gotta tell you to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right, check me out right there. All my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. And don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that NERDSoul. That's right. There's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, of course, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, if someone tells you to stay in the car, stay in the car. Peace.